Welcome back to the Deep Dive, everybody. Today we're going to be tackling a question that I think is on a lot of artists' minds.
Okay, yeah. I'm excited.
Someone asked us about the top 5 rules for success as an independent artist, so that's what our deep dive is going to be all about today. Obviously, there's no magic formula or anything like that.
Right.
But by exploring the question, maybe we can unearth some guiding principles, right? And I
Yeah.
think it's a worthy question to explore.
I think so too. Yeah. I mean, what's so interesting is I I think just even the question itself kind of brings up this idea that, success is not like this fixed destination, right? It's much more like this journey, and each artist kind of has to forge their own unique path.
That's so true. It really is a journey. It's not a destination, is it?
No.
And that kind of makes you wonder then, what does success even look like, right? I mean, for you as an independent artist, what does that term even mean, right?
Yeah.
Is it about financial stability? Is it about, having that freedom to create without any restrictions? Is it about getting recognition from your peers? What is it?
I think each artist has to define that for themselves,
I
really.
think so too.
And there's no one right answer.
Right.
Some artists I've seen, they really thrive on connecting with like a smaller but really dedicated audience.
Yeah.
They don't need the whole world to love what they're doing.
Yeah.
While other artists, they measure success by pushing boundaries, even if that means like limited commercial appeal. You know, it's really about what fuels your passion.
Yeah, absolutely. And finding that thing that makes you want to get up every day and do what you do.
Exactly.
So you find your own North Star, so to speak.
Yeah.
Speaking of passion, I'm curious about, how important is it to, I guess, constantly be honing your craft, right? Like we always hear those stories of like incredibly successful artists who practice for hours and hours every day, or they obsess over like tiny details in their work.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Do you think that's a common thread among, artists who kind of, I guess, make it, so to speak?
I think so, for sure. I mean, take Cindy Sherman, for example, the photographer.
Right. Yeah.
Like, she spends weeks, sometimes months, meticulously crafting each self-portrait that she does.
Wow.
Like, experimenting with costumes, makeup, lighting, to create these really, powerful and thought-provoking images.
Yeah.
And I think it's that dedication to their craft, I think, that really sets successful artists apart.
It's so inspiring to see that level of commitment to something. And, I think that that's what really speaks to people when they see that level of commitment.
Right.
But even with like incredible talent, it's, I think it's hard to make it as an artist alone,
Yeah.
right? Especially in today's world.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where building a community comes in.
Yeah.
Would you say that's true?
For sure. And community can take so many forms.
It can. Yeah.
It could be online forums, it could be local collectives, it could be mentorship programs,
Yeah.
even just like a small group of, supportive friends.
Absolutely.
But I think each type of community offers something a little bit different.
What to do. Yeah.
Like online forums, they can help you get your work out to a wider audience and get some feedback on your work.
That's true.
Whereas local collectives can provide those, face-to-face opportunities to collaborate and network with people.
Yeah.
And make real-world connections.
It makes me think of this pottery collective I saw online the other day. And they not only share studio space and resources together,
Oh, wow.
but they also organize exhibitions and workshops together. It's like a built-in support system
Yeah.
that pushes everyone, to grow.
That's amazing. And I think that sense of community can provide not just practical support,
Right?
but also that emotional encouragement, too.
Yeah.
Which we need as artists when we're facing those inevitable challenges.
We do, because there are a lot of challenges.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of, doubt that creeps in sometimes as an artist.
Self-doubt, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking of challenges, let's talk about the elephant in the room: marketing, self-promotion.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll be honest, I think that's a lot of artists' least favorite part of the job.
For sure.
I know it is for me.
Yeah.
What are some strategies that you've seen work well, especially for independent artists?
Yeah, you're not alone.
Yeah.
A lot of artists find this aspect really daunting,
Yeah.
but I think it's important to think about it less as being a salesperson and more as sharing your unique story, right?
Yeah.
And connecting with people who resonate with your work.
Right.
And I think certain platforms are really great for visual artists,
Mm-hmm.
like Instagram and Etsy, for example.
Yeah.
They can be really effective.
Yeah.
Also, building an email list I think a lot of people underestimate the power of having your own email list,
Yeah.
where you can share updates, exclusive content, and just connect directly with your audience.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
It is all about connecting with your audience.
Yeah.
And finding the right audience, too. Not just like shouting it out into the void.
Exactly, yeah. Find your tribe.
Yeah, find your tribe.
Yeah.
So let's talk about, less glamorous, but equally important part.
Okay.
The business side of art.
Yeah.
Okay. So full transparency, I am terrible at this. Contracts and finances make me want to run for the hills.
Okay.
What's like one piece of advice you would give to artists who, like me, dread this aspect of things?
I would say start with the basics.
Okay.
Like understanding how to budget, track your expenses, set prices for your work.
Yeah.
There's so many online resources and workshops that are designed specifically for artists.
That's true.
And don't be afraid to, ask for help or consult with a professional when you need it.
Yeah.
Because neglecting that business side of things can really limit your growth and even, jeopardize your creative freedom in the long run.
Yeah, that's a good point. So it sounds like, pulling all these threads together, success as an independent artist, it's about defining your own path.
Right.
It's about, honing your craft, finding your community, sharing your story with the world. And yes, even mastering the business basics.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot to juggle, I think.
It is.
But ultimately, I think it's about aligning your actions with your vision.
Right.
Right.
Exactly. And remember, the beauty of being an independent artist is that you have the power to shape your own journey.
That's so true. And I think that's what, draws so many people to being an independent artist. You have the freedom to do that and you have the power to do that. So I want to leave everyone with this. What's one small step that you can take today, right now, to move closer to your personal definition of success as an independent artist? I think that's a question worth asking yourself, and I hope that you'll continue to explore that question and continue to, create and, most importantly, keep believing in the power of your unique artistic voice. Thanks for joining us for another deep dive.
Thanks, everyone.
We'll see you next time.
See you later.
Bye.